called a meeting. I put a flyer up in the post office, and it said, what do you want in local media, in a local newspaper, and just had a community meeting, and we had a huge turnout. A lot of people showed up. There was, I don't know, was there like 40 people there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so we just brainstormed on big pieces of paper and stuff like that, like what people wanted to see, the kinds of stuff, and then we decided, coincidentally, the first issue could be the 100th, issue, in 100 years later.
Uh-huh.
So,
you're having fun writing about that.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That's the first time that the village people ever learn anything, is because Emily writes it in detail.
Emily makes
Prior
them
to this,
accountable.
we did not have news of the council meetings.
Oh, I know.
And
Nobody was.
Of any of.
Nobody ever showed up to the
And
meetings.
now people are beginning to get aware.
Uh-huh.
And now we're informed. Now we care.
I do. I work on magazines. All my work comes. It's just like the radio's on right now because I'm listening to what's going on in New York. Because that's all my work comes from New York.
Oh, cool.
And that's where I used to live.
Uh-huh.
I lived there for 12 years, in the city, and then I came here. Then I lived in Ithaca, New York, for 3 years, and then I came here.
Wow, but to New York City to Alberta is quite a contrast.
Yeah, it really is, and it's a lot. And at first I was like, everybody was like, "Whoa, that's a big contrast and everything," and I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of different." But I didn't realize how different it really was until I'd been here for about a year. That's when I was just like, "Oh God, it's really different here." I was like, I kind of grew up in Michigan. My parents are, I should be able to get this, but.
And how long have you been here now?
I moved here in June of 2010 permanently. So.
Okay. So what is your favorite thing about living in Alberta?
Oh my God. I never really thought about wanting to live in a really small town, but now that I do live in a really small town, the thing that I like is this constant evolution in my opinion of people. I think it's really interesting because I've never really lived in a place where I got to know my neighbors that well. Mm-hmm. So getting to know people and let's just take an unnamed person on the village council as an example. You go to a meeting and you have one kind of experience of what this person is like, and you go to another meeting or you run into them on the street or something happens or you have some kind of interaction with them and you're like, I was completely wrong about this person. And then the next week something else happened. It was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I thought they were. But it's just constantly changing, and it's really interesting. And it's a really wonderful human experience, and I wish that more people could have that.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
So it's kind of like a soap opera.